Hello, kids. Happy Thursday today as you get to work on your math. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to continue talking about multiplication. You guys did an excellent job yesterday with your skip counting on your Google Forms. I really appreciate you working hard on that. Now that we understand that multiplication is repeated addition, so if we're doing 7 times 3, it's just 3 sevens or 7 threes. What I'm going to teach you today is how to build multiplication problems. If you can do this, you can really solve any multiplication problem. Now, it works best for small ones because it does take a little bit of time. And the reason that we'll keep working and doing things other ways is just like when you probably first learned addition to do 4 plus 1, you might have needed to make 4 tally marks and then one more and then count them all and get 5. That still works for doing addition, but I'm going to go ahead and say all of you that are working on that now can probably go in your head and say 4 plus 1 is 5. Probably very quickly because you guys have worked hard and you get quicker and you can get more done and spend less time working and more time doing different things. So we're going to work to get to the same way with multiplication. But we've got to start slow, just like you did when you were first learning addition when you were younger. So if we started with a problem, I'm going to write it. I'll start with 2 times 4. There's 2 times 4. Now, one thing like we talked about yesterday, we have to understand about multiplication is every problem is not just one problem, it's 2. So just because it's 2 times 4, it can be 4 times 2. Same difference. Doesn't matter if we stack them, doesn't matter if they're going lengthwise. They're the same problem and they can go both ways. We're going to get the same answer, that is. But what this means is I'm going to start with the first one I wrote, 2 times 4. What that means to me as I draw it, 2 times 4, so I'm going to get rid of my other problem, so I just focus on that one. 2 times 4. The first thing I read, I start at the top. That means 2 groups. 1 group, 2 groups. And there are 4 in each group. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in each group. I'll hold that out so hopefully everyone can see. I made my dots a little bit small. And then to get my answer, I just count my dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I get my answer as 8. Now, if I go ahead and flip that around to the other way where 4 is on top and 2 is on the bottom, it's just the opposite for me. So I'm still reading the top first. That's the way I do it. So I see that as 4 groups with 2 in each. Hold that out so you can see it. And again, I'm just counting dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still getting 8. Just a different way to do it. So it doesn't matter which way I choose, but I like to have a method for how I read it so that I can do it the same every time. Now, if I get a problem that maybe is going lengthwise, like 2 times 4, and it reads like that instead, still the same problem, it just reads a little differently. I just read it just like I would a book. 2 groups, 4 in each, and I'm going to get an answer of 8. Now again, we can do this with every problem. That went really, really quickly because it was a smaller one. Now when we get into bigger ones, we can still do it this way to start, and we probably want to while we learn to make sure that we get the answer correct, because that should be more important than doing it quickly. So if I get a bigger one, like we'll say 7 times 8, those are 2 of our bigger single-digit numbers. 7 times 8. To me, that means 7 groups, 8 in each. Now, when I say a long time, you can watch your video and tell me how long it actually takes for me to make 7 groups and put 8 dots in each and count. So there's my 7 groups, 8 in each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got all my dots in. Now, one like this up top, if you can see, works best because when they're in groups or they're more organized, is much easier to count than what I've got going on down here, where things were kind of all over the place and I just fit them in where I could. Draw big when you do your drawings. That always helps as well. Now I'm going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. I count 56 dots. That must mean that my answer to 7 times 8 is 56. And I would flip it and do it the other way, but I think you guys hopefully get the point. Now again, that's a longer one. Now without stopping and showing you an example, I think I could do that in about a minute or maybe even under, without speeding, without going too fast, taking my time showing my work. And I would get my answer right. And I can do that for any multiplication problem. Third graders, I know we've talked about this year, but important for you to practice because you are going to use the same method and just tweak it to learn division. So good for you to practice this before next week when I start making you guys work on some division stuff as the second graders and I are working in multiplication. So keep on practicing this so that you remember it, you know how to do it. I'm going to show you another method tomorrow, but just one more before you go and work on your assignment of how you should do your drawing. Now, we'll say 6 times 3 equals. To me, again, that means 6 circles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, with 3 in each. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And if I'm good, I can actually count as I go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Got all my dots in, got my answer written in there. It's a little sloppy. I apologize about that. But that is how we can build multiplication problems. And before we get to know them as math facts, like you know your addition math facts, you can get almost any answer correct if you take the time to write it out and draw your circles. Now there's another method we'll learn tomorrow that's a little different but has the same concept. But when you work on your assignment today, get this out. Get some paper or get a whiteboard and marker if you have one or something to write with. Go outside and write in the mud if you want to. That's what I've seen some kids working. That's what my wife is telling her students to do. Go out and write in the mud for something new to do. Make your circles in the mud. Make your dots as long as you can read it. But do your work right with something. Hopefully everybody's got something to write. But show your work and you will get just a ton of answers right. And you will learn this multiplication stuff that seems scary and hard. No problem. All right? Good luck on your work today. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day.